Hey foodies, I'm back with another sauerkraut recipe. This time we're using beets and red cabbage. All we need to fill a 3-liter jar is 2 medium-sized beets, a medium-sized head of cabbage, sea salt, and garlic. I'm using a food processor to shred my beets and cabbage, but if you don't have one, you can use a box grater for the beets and finely slice and chop the cabbage with a regular kitchen knife. I find when I finally grate my produce for fermenting, it turns over really fast. This batch only took 3 to 4 days to ferment, as you'll be able to see in the end. It was a very active batch, super bubbly, which is great. Once everything is prepared, transfer into a bowl and toss well with about 2 tablespoons of sea salt. I like to leave this sit for about an hour to let the salt draw out some of the liquid. This makes it a bit easier to pack more tightly into your jar. You do not have to do this step at all, but if you prefer, you can leave it out if you want to pack things right away. I have my 3-liter IKEA clamp jar, but you can use a regular 2-liter glass jar with a basic lid, no problem, or any glass jars you have around. The clamp lid is great as it allows natural gas pressure produced during fermentation to be released on its own. If you have a lid that twists on, you will have to gently release the pressure manually twice a day by giving the lid a little turn until you hear the pressure escape. Make sure your jar is clean. Hot water and soap will suffice. Pack your mixture well and toss in 2 to 3 cloves of garlic throughout the mixture. I topped off the jar with filtered water until there's about 1 inch left from the top. Using one of your discarded cabbage leaves, press the mixture completely under the water. The salted water prevents any mold in the air from contaminating your recipe. I use a carrot cut to size to keep the cabbage leaf pressed down when the lid is on. That is how simple it is to make sauerkraut. I like to keep my jar close to the stove as the mixture will ferment faster in a warm environment. If you have a cool house, it may take longer to ferment your batch. My home is quite warm, so it is usually ready in about 3 to 4 days, but it's normal for it to take from 7 to 14 days. I like my sauerkraut moderately sour. The longer it sits, the more sour it will become. This has been sitting for only 2 days, and look how active the mixture is. As you can see, it's super important to have a plate underneath to catch all the overflowing juices. It's been 4 days and our batch is done. Please release the lid very slowly so that the mixture doesn't explode out of the jar. You can remove the top piece of cabbage and the carrot. This mixture can stay in the refrigerator for up to 6 months, but hopefully you'll have eaten it up by then. This is a good example of what a typical meal for myself and my family looks like. White or brown rice, a simple salad with homemade Dijon dressing, a side vegetable, baked fish or cooked beans, and of course a serving of sauerkraut. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and follow, and I'll see you next time.